Hello, all you professional wrestling fans. Welcome back to Squared Circle Speak, your home for any and everything professional wrestling. I am Ryan, joined as always by Nathan, and today we bring you our NXT Battleground review. It was at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm gonna say this will probably never happen again. Uh, it was a very weird venue. It was very close. They didn't have enough room for the ring, so it was very close. The very
Yeah, and apparently did they have two rings or was it just the one ring? Because I thought they was the underground segment filmed in a different
I don't know.
ring.
I don't think so, but I have no idea. I think they just cut the light so it looked different, like it was like dark and.
Hmm.
But it was very weird. I mean, I liked it. I did like the way it looked, but yeah, it was too close. Like the barricade, they had no room to work out there.
Why? I wonder why they did it in the first place.
I don't know. I guess just to try it, be different. If they're gonna do something in Las Vegas, they should have just went to the fucking Sphere.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy. All right, so we had 6 matches on this show. No match went longer than 14 minutes. So a very every match was kind of small.
Yeah. So the thing about this show, I don't usually agree with Dave Meltzer, but with this show, I will agree that it felt a little more like it didn't feel like a pay-per-view.
Well, it didn't, and I think it may have just been because of the arena, because it felt like it was just at the NXT arena. It didn't feel like a big event because the crowd
Yeah.
was so small and the matches didn't go long. I don't know why. Like there was a lot of filler on this show.
Right.
And so yeah, it didn't. I mean, the matches were good. I really thought every match was pretty good. It was just it just felt weird. It didn't seem like a big deal. Shawn Michaels was trying to play this up as like a big thing, and it didn't feel. I mean, there was every title was on the line, and it was like a big show, but I don't know, it just didn't feel big to me. I mean, it was probably just the crowd in the arena. If it would have been in a big arena, this probably would have been saying probably different.
Right.
But
All right.
let's
The
get into
first
this
match.
show. Our first match was the ladder match for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Jada Parker, and Mi Chen.
So, Ryan, we were kind of way off on this one.
Oh yeah, because you picked Lash, right?
I think I picked.
Well, we were both said Sol Ruka or Lash were like the two favorites,
Okay.
I think, and then one of it, Fallon Henley maybe were also, but I think we both kind of eliminated Kalani Jordan from competition.
Yeah,
Like,
we said she would be a big upset,
yeah, and
and that's what happened.
Kalani Jordan ended up getting the win. I did like this match. It had its spots where it was very none of the women really knew what to do because it's a ladder match and none of them had been in a ladder match before. So
Right.
Sol Ruka hit 2 soul snatchers, one off a ladder, which was really fucking cool. I thought she was gonna win it there, but no. Yeah, I mean there were some cool spots in this match. It was your typical 8-person ladder match. You know, for 6 people. Everybody running around doing stuff. There were spots everywhere. But in the end, yeah, Kalani Jordan just kind of went on a little run. Did some moves, did her split-legged moonsault onto a ladder, and then just climbed up and grabbed the belt. Very like anticlimactic ending.
Yeah, they didn't play up to the crowd as much as they should have. But I mean I mean if it's your, if this is going to be your mid card title, right?
Yeah.
They gave it to a mid card wrestler. I mean, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think sometimes, they play these belts up too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like and then next thing you know, it's like when somebody that is a mid card wins it, it feels like, oh, they shouldn't have this belt yet.
I mean, Adam Cole was the first North American champion.
Exactly.
Like it
So
was like, So this is a good. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I wanted Sol Ruka to win, but I'm not mad that Kalani Jordan won. She's a perfect fit for a mid card champion. She's a good underdog champion, And there's plenty of women to defend this belt against that are kind of in that mid card tier. And so, like, this match was fine to open the show off. It had good spots, had good action. Like I said, it was a little clunky at times, but when you put 6 women who've never been in a ladder match before, it's probably going to happen. I
Right.
think Michin's been in one, but I think she was just kind of there to be like the veteran to kind of hold it together.
Yeah,
uh,
they definitely needed it.
yeah, but this match was fine, and Kwani Jordan, new champion, first ever women's North American champion. So we'll see what's next. We'll see how long she holds it. I don't know what if she's going to hold it long or what's going to happen, but it's going to be cool to see how they book a women's mid card championship because we've never seen that in WWE. And if it works down here, we could potentially see it on the main roster someday. So
Guaranteed.
all right, the next match, that match when we went 12 minutes. It was a ladder match, a 6-person ladder match, and it went 12-24.
Yeah, I think we almost talked about it longer than what it was.
I probably the next match was for the tag team championships. Nathan Frazier and Axiom defending against the OC, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Yeah, this match wasn't bad.
It
I
was
mean, this is probably one of the better OC matches.
This was a great tag team match. I mean, it was good. No complaints. The OC kind of dominated most of it. But Frazier and Axiom got their spots in it, and Frazier came in flying around the ring like a madman. I thought Frazier and Axiom would win, but I didn't know. It's NXT, maybe they were gonna put the titles on the OC, but no. Frazier and Axiom get the win. And big win for them beating the OC, beating a legitimate tag team. And so the NXT tag team division is kind of lacking right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see where they go next. But this match was fine. I had no problems with this match.
No, it was good. I liked it. Yeah, it made them look strong, beating a team like that. Some people were questioning why this match even happened, but it's to get them a big win,
Yeah, sometimes you need to put a legitimate tag team against the new champions, the young guys, and make the young guys put them over. And that's exactly what happened here. And they did it right. Like, OC kicked their ass for most of it, but Fraser and Axel never gave up. And then they end up winning in the end. And there were some big moves. Fraser they did their double team thing, and then Fraser hit his whatever flipping Phoenix splash and got the win. So great win for them and a great match. I mean, every match on this card was fine. All 6 matches were pretty good. Nothing nothing like great.
None of them felt like pay-per-view matches.
Yeah, they were all really good, but none of them felt like massive.
Then except for maybe the women's championship.
The women's championship match. We'll get to that later. The third match. That match went 11 minutes and 38 seconds. The next match was the NXT Underground match. Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler. What'd you think of this, Nathan? I thought this was one of the better Underground matches they've had.
It was okay, but it's an Underground match. You're taking pro wrestlers and trying to make them have a UFC style fight, and there's only a couple ways that it can work. And they wasn't horrible. The ending was
weird.
Well, they wanted to end it like they were at the UFC arena.
Yeah, it was a legitimate fight ending, so I can't. But
and they wanted that, even though it looks very strange in a WWE.
The thing was Lola supposed to push Shayna into the steps, or did Shayna trip? Because I don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to push her.
Because it looks like she just tripped over a guy and then went head first into the steps, which looks really weird. And then Lola got her in the ring and just beat on her until the referee stopped it. So it was referee stoppage. It was kind of those UFC style where Shayna was like, I wasn't done. So it was kind of a controversial, UFC style finish. But yeah, as far as the Underground match, this was one of the better ones, I'd say. I'm not a fan of these type of matches. I don't like fake MMA wrestling. But as far as Underground matches, this was probably one of the best ones. I mean, they did it well, and they looked good. They did different stuff. They went outside and had a little bit of different stuff. So I enjoyed it. It was different. I don't want these to happen all the time, but I guess it's cool every once in a while to do one of these Underground matches.
Yeah,
big win for Lola Vice. Maybe
that was a big one. Yeah.
challenge Roxanne next week or sometime soon. That match went 10 minutes and 17 seconds. The next match was the triple threat match for the North American Championship. We had Oba Femi, Wesley, and Joe Coffey. Oba Femi looked like a god dang monster in this match. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Man, he had Wesley and he launched him off the he was on the top rope and Wesley flew about 10 feet. It was insanity. Joe Coffey, yeah, he Obafemi was great. Gallus got involved at one point, and Obafemi kind of did the Keith Lee thing where he rose up behind him and kind of took them both out. And then yeah, Obafemi ended up winning. Retaining his championship, looked good doing it. Wesley looked good in his return. Joe Coffey looked good. I thought Joe Coffey was gonna win it. There was that moment where I thought he was going to get it done.
Right.
But yeah, this is a good match too. You know, it was a typical triple threat match, but again, it just didn't. It was good and it had the moments, but yeah, like you said earlier, it just didn't feel like a main event. Like I don't know, this pay per view just felt weird to me. I guess because no match went very long. And so looking back at these times, you're like, oh yeah, like a pay per view and no match went 20 minutes. Like that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Usually there's one match that goes like the main event was one of the shortest matches. So it was weird. I don't know. It was a decent show. Like this match was fine though. Triple threat matches are always going to be chaotic, but this one was fine. Let's get to the big match of the night, probably the best match of the night, the one everyone was talking about. The NXT Women's Championship, Roxanne Perez versus Jordan Grace. What'd you think? Because Roxanne kind of dominated most of this match.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
No, there was that spot that Jordan Grace did that move off the top rope, which was fucking. And she did like a power bomb, like John Cena's twisting power bomb off the top rope, which was fucking insane. Like I didn't know what was gonna happen there. And Jordan Grace apparently had like her earring ripped out during this match.
Yeah, that sucks.
Pretty sure that's happened like 3 times. She needs to stop wearing it. The ending was little trickery. You know, we had some fuckery from multiple people. We had who was it?
Dana Brooke.
Well, Dana Brooke came out, but who was Tatum Paxley? Tatum Paxley showed up and grabbed Jordan Grace's knockouts title. She went to walk up the ramp with it, and then Ash by Elegance, aka Dana Brooke, showed up out of nowhere and took the belt from her. Jordan Grace hit both of them. She gets back in the ring, looks for her finishing move. Roxanne counters it into Top Rocks and gets the win. Very good match. These two went out and had a pretty solid. This probably should have been the main event. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was pretty solid. It was definitely the best match of this show, and I hope it leads to more. It looks like we're teasing Tatum Paxley. At least the knockouts are all going to be, looks like intermingling here. But Jordan Grace did do an interview, and she did say she don't want to do it all the time because then it's not special.
Right.
Which got a point. If you have TNA people on the show all the time, then it's just going to get boring. So I hope they don't do it all the time. I hope it's just sporadic appearances here and there. And then, anyone can show up at any time, which makes it exciting. So this was this was the best match of the show. Hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And
because I don't know what that says about your champion, your men's heavyweight champion.
This main event, man.
Because if that's not the best match on the show,
yeah.
I mean, that's why you make them the champion, and so they have the. I don't know. Trick's got to. I think he's a little green, and so they've been protecting him. But it's like if he's that green to where you have to protect him, then maybe he shouldn't be in that spot.
Yeah, a Trick's super over, but I just don't think it was his time to win the title. I know, with Carmelo leaving and Ilya leaving, they had a spot open, and Braun Breaker, like they had the 3 top stars of the brand leave. And so they had to have something. But Trick's over, but yeah, his matches just are not doing it for me. He's great on the mic and he's great like as a character. But this match here, it was Trick Williams, Ethan Page for the NXT Championship main event. Ethan Page looked great. He wrestled an Ethan Page match. It's not going to be a 5-star classic. That's not his style. He worked his style, and he kind of carried Trick to a halfway decent match. The ending was super just like I, I mean, it kept them both looking strong because it was kind of flash out of nowhere. Trick hit his trick shot. Ethan Page was getting frustrated, couldn't put him away, and then he was like in the corner and trying to beat him up, and then
Were you upset that he kicked out of Ego's Edge?
yeah, that move because I was. I thought that was it. I was like, holy shit. He hit him with the razor's edge and he kicked out, and I was like, I don't like that. That match. I mean, if that's going to be his finisher, which I don't know if it's going to be, but if that's
Yeah,
going to be his finisher, like, don't really like the fact that he kicked out the first time he used it.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And so now I don't know where this was weird booking because you either are going to have Trick lose his first ever defense or you're going to have Ethan Page lose his first ever match. And so
Well,
either
that's why I thought there was going to be some
yeah,
a little more,
or a mid
trickery.
yeah, I thought
But
it would come out or something because
well, because well, they even so I saw a report that people were that either Shawn Michaels or somebody in NXT was saying that there could be some surprises. And I mean, yeah, I guess Dana Brooke,
that was
you
the
know,
one surprise. Yeah, like
but I was expecting something to happen in this match. And there were rumors, I mean, you have Ethan Page's old tag team partner in TNA.
yeah.
And so I thought that was what would happen. But yeah, it was kind of a letdown. I don't know. Trick Williams needs a new move.
Yeah, just a running knee is very just
And it's not even a running knee. It's a jumping knee. It's like Triple H's knee lift from back in the day, and that's his finisher.
I mean, yeah, it's so weird. Like he needs something different. I know, like, you want to finish a move that you can hit on anybody at any time, and like, you got the RKO, the sweet chin music, all these moves from the past that are, you know, out of nowhere moves, but just like a jumping knee is just like not doing it for me.
Yeah,
You know, this pay per view was fine, but when the highlight of this pay per view is Sexy Red and Connie Jordan and Lola Vice twerking, kind of have a problem.
yeah,
That's like all anyone was talking about from the show was those two twerking in the back. So, I mean, but
yeah. That's not good.
it was a fine show. It was fine, but that's all I can say. It wasn't like standout. It wasn't like anything I'm gonna probably remember other than Connie Jordan winning the title. Like I'm not gonna look back on the show and be like, oh yeah, but Battleground 2024 was a great show. Like it's just a show that happened, and I'll remember Kalani Jordan winning, and that'll be the only thing I remember from it. If
Right.
you ask me next year what happened at Battleground, I'll be like, oh, like, and that sucks. Ethan Page's first match. You think it'd be a big deal, but it's just kind of, I don't know. I think it was just the environment. I know they gave it a shot and it was worth the risk, but I think they should just stick to the arena shows, like the big or not arena, but big, big, big videos for these pay per views.
Yeah.
It just felt like it was smaller than the NXT show, and so it was too intimate, and weird for a pay per view. Sometimes
Right.
that's good, but when you're building this as like a big show, it just seems kind of weird.
Yeah. All
But yeah,
right. So I guess that's gonna do it for this review, Ron.
yeah, I mean, like I said, fine show. The one match I would say if you haven't watched this show and you want to watch Roxanne and Jordan. You can watch this show really quickly if you just watch the matches. There is a lot of bullshit in between matches, and so if you could watch this show in probably like an hour and a half, so
Yeah.
if that. So, yeah, fine show. So that's all I got. It was okay, like 3 out of 5. Like it was like just right down the middle. Nothing stand out.
Right. All right. If you like this, subscribe and hit the like button and tickle that notification bell so you can hear more reviews like this one. And stay tuned for later this week where we'll have a predictions video. So we do reviews and predictions on this channel. So you get the best of both worlds. So you can hear us guess and see how bad we did at guessing. And then also we're gonna have another title history where we're gonna run down the WCW television title. So you
And there's a lot.
definitely don't want to miss that.
There's a lot. So, all right. Thank you. And we'll see you in the next one.